All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and great glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule well, and salutations to the elect pushing His truth to the four corners of the earth in truth and in sincerity. All right, in this particular video, I want to touch on the Genius Act. All right, now I've been asking ChatGPT a few questions about the Genius Act and what is the real purpose of it. And it's exactly what we've been saying the whole time. The Genius Act was to create the layout for, or setting up the pillars, the rails, and the safeguards for the future U.S. digital dollar or CBDC rollout. All right? It's laying the groundwork for a digital currency, a digital dollar. Despite what Donald Trump said, he's totally opposed of a CBDC, a digital dollar, but he signed off on the Genius Act, which lays out that groundwork. All right. Now I asked ChatGPT, about the digital dollar, about stable coin and what the Genius Act was really about. And the ChatGPT said some very interesting things. Basically saying it's more than just about stablecoin. Because when you get into it, what the stablecoin is, it's a digital currency that's pegged to the US dollar, right? But I asked also, well, if the US dollar collapses, if this money collapses and it's pegged to the dollar, then wouldn't the stablecoin collapse as well? And it said, yeah. So this Genius Act is more of, just through my studies, it's more of just laying the groundwork down for when, if they was to decide, which they are going to make a currency, a digital currency, then they have the groundwork already created. Now I asked ChatGPT a few things, and it says why this matters. By crafting this robust, regulated environment around stablecoin, the Genius Act legitimizes tokenized dollar payments and mainstream finances. All right, listen to this too. Pre-builds infrastructure. See that? Banks, custody, AML, transparency. Essential for a Fed-issued digital currency. See that? Laying the groundwork down. Aligns public and private confidence around digital assets, making a transaction to digital dollars smoother and more trustworthy without needing a sudden pivot. All right. It says, in short, the Genius Act isn't just about stable coins. You see that? It's setting the pillars, rails, and safeguards for any future U.S. digital dollar or CBDC rollout. You see that? So this whole Genius Act thing is not just some random move. No, it's actually laying the groundwork out for the MOTB, man, for that digital dollar. We've been telling you this for a long time, man, that this is where this is heading to. All right? That the money system is going to change. There's not going to be any more paper dollars, man, or no coins in the future. Things are going to be straight digital. We've been saying this for a long time, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone on down to even camps like mine's, of like mine, man. We've been saying this for years and years and years, man. Now we seeing it jump off of the page. The prophecy come to pass, man, in a big way. We got a little bit more to go, but hey, we're close, man. All right, so Revelations 13:16, we're seeing what that really means. We knew it already, but now it's more, how would you say, it's more in your face that it's not sleeping with white women. When you just look at Revelations 13:16 and 17, and it says that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. All right, when you take what these people say that the mark of the beast is and you just bring it to a regular grocery store scenario, it makes no fucking sense. Excuse my Swedish. How is sleeping with white women, so-called white women, Edomite woman, how is that going to stop you from buying and selling in a grocery store setting, man? What is the cashier gonna say? Hey, wait a minute. Do you sleep with a white woman and look at you with the side eye? And you like, no? They go, okay, you can continue shopping. What the fuck? It makes no sense, man. John 3:16, Christianity, and embargo, something spiritual. How does any of this stop you from buying and selling? All right? If you don't have this mark, you cannot buy or sell, period. You see? So this device, if you do not have it, you are not going to have what is needed to actually make a transaction. So it'll be impossible to make transactions any other way. You have to have the RFID chip, the microchip, man. Over here in America, they call it the RFID, radio frequency identification device. Over there across seas in Sweden and Spain, they call it the NFC, near field communication device. All right? And when it talks about the mark in your forehead, that is the microchip too. That's a brain chip. That's known by the Neuralink today. All right? Elon Musk is the face of this, man. Nonetheless, microchip is the mark of the beast, man. We've been saying this for a long time. Now we're seeing them lay out everything, rolling out the red carpet, for the MOTB. Now I asked a few other things. Let's get this. It says Phase 1, Legal and Regulatory Foundation. Pass enabling laws. Congress passes a digital dollar act. Because I asked, how would they go about bringing a digital dollar? They said, Congress passes a digital dollar act authorizing the Federal Reserve to issue a CBDC. You see, and they actually gave a timeline out too on what they think is going to happen, what AI think is going to happen. We're going to get into that real quick. All right. Genius Act already lays groundwork by, see, it already lays the groundwork out, defining digital payment tokens as legal tender. So you see that? So digital payment tokens will be legal. You see? Establishing reserve and auditing requirements, forcing private stablecoins to use government-approved rails. You see that? Now this is the timeline right here. I took a picture of. It says timeline, year, action. Now this is neither here nor there. It can happen faster, but we already know about Agenda 2030. Agenda 2030. They want everybody to be chipped before 2030, and this is what the timeline is given. Look at ChatGPT. Look, it says 2025. Genius Act passed. Foundation in parentheses. See, this is the foundation. 2026. Digital Dollar Act passed. You see? They'll roll out the digital dollar. And I also asked, when you're moving one currency to the next currency, does a famine come about? And it was saying that famine can come about when you're shifting, when one currency collapses and you bring in another one. All right, 2027, pilot program begins. 2028, national rollout starts. 2030, paper cash fully phased out. The path creates a high centralized, fully programmable digital dollar that replaces cash and traditional bank deposits entirely. All right, let me see if I got any more. Yeah, I was talking about the famine right here. But, yeah, that's pretty much the point. I wanted to touch on the this Genius Act and what it was really about. Just laying down the groundwork for, digital currency, which is going to lead to the MOTB. All roads is leading to the MOTB. And it's when they really roll out a digital dollar. Like Esau can be slick with it. He can roll out a digital dollar, and before his, the U.S. dollar, the paper one collapses, he takes that collapsing currency and then buys a whole bunch of the new currency or whatever. Esau, hey man, it's devil. Now that's neither here nor there, but hey, I hope this was edifying. Hope you could take something from this. Just was touching on the Genius Act and how the lead is leading to the MOTB. Hopefully you know what the MOTB is. The mark of the beast is the microchip. Revelation 13:16 gets into it. The mark right there in the Greek is charagma, which is a physical incision. And root word to charagma is charax, which is sharpened to a point, which is a hypodermic needle. It's the delivery system. This is how they're going to give you the chip, the mark of the beast. And the root word to charax is grapho, which means information, to write. All your information is going to be digitally programmed or written down on these, on your own personal microchip. All right. Your social security, your birth certificate, all your banking information, your work clockings, your work clock outs, your vital signs. We're talking about your blood sugar, your blood type, your heart rate, your glucose levels. Everything will be on it. To your entertainment, access of your house, access to your vehicles, all of that. Your own ID number. All right. Everything will be written on this chip. But anyway, I hope it's edifying. Hope you can take something from it. With that, I'm going to say shalom.